I said, don't leave the door open. To the dual relationship. Okay? I said, don't leave the door open to the dual relationship, which is one of the pitfalls. All right, so don't leave the door open to the dual relationship. And it says it in here about a dual relationship. Dual relationship. The outpatient program, we're in what's called Part 822. We're in our dual relationship. Avoid the dual relationship. Does anyone want to tell me what a dual relationship is? What does that mean? But the other stuff, let's just say, like, you can't do work in my house, right? Suppose you have a patient who's a plumber, okay? You have a client who's a master plumber, or a client who's an electrician or a plumber, right? And you have to have some plumbing work done at your house. You can't have the client do plumbing work at your house. Like, I'm your therapist, and you're my client, but you're also my plumber. Okay? Okay. Or what about if a patient works at a car dealership? You need a new car. Okay? You can't be you can't be my client therapist relationship, this relationship, and be a car salesman and buy a car from a bank or whatever the patient does. It's any other relationship, like Everett said, outside of the therapeutic alliance, but it's any other relationship. The patient is a piano instructor. You have a child that wants to learn how to play the piano, okay? Or is a plumber, or a carpenter, banker, car salesman, friend, go for coffee, play golf, go to the gym. I play tennis, horseback ride. You can't, and like I said, I'm your therapist. I can't do those other things with you. So not from the CASAC canon of ethical principles. The dual relationship is you can't do those other things. And that could be any other thing. You can't do any other activity, professional, with a patient outside, because you're their counselor, you're their therapist. They're in your program. You're in our program. We're doing treatment. Okay? What if you see a patient outside of the treatment program? You can say hi to them. You can say hi to them. You can talk to them. I'm not sure that I said this in the video, but I've had patients have invited me to go to their AA anniversary, their NA anniversary. They said, did I say that in the video? Because I've gone, but I came after the meeting started. I showed up, and I let the patient see that I was there, gave him the nod and the heads up. And then I left before the meeting was over, or I said hello, and then I brought it up in the counseling session about his anniversary, right? So that's something I would show up for and wave, and nobody knows who I am. The rest is people all over the place, They're asking me, are you new, to give me my number and stuff like that. Very nice to me. Yeah, but I didn't go out for coffee with him and his wife and his sister and, something like that. I don't do. Go ahead. I think so, probably yes, but I have to check with the treatment program to see. Can you be the patient's SERPA and the patient's CASAC at the same time? I don't think so.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think so. You can't do that. No, and it's really up to the program, the clinical supervisor. You can't be the patient's SERPA and the patient's CASAC at the same time, patient's counselor at the same time, because it would open the door to the dual relationships. We already established you can't do it. Okay, but so just to be aware of that, it's best not to do anything, okay? But, you know, or if you do see someone, I've seen patients, former patients, you know, and I'm bad, I don't like that, you know, you could put, paths could cross. I had a client that came into treatment that I didn't know. From church, say, right? I did know him, right? So I brought that to the clinical supervisor, and I can't be that person's client before they even assigned him to patients, to a counselor. I recused myself from that patient. I can't be that patient's counselor. I told the supervisor when they're assigning counselors, you can't assign that patient to me. I have to recuse myself because I know them in a dual relationship. So they didn't assign it, and we're never in a group that I did a group, you know, kept it separate within the program. We handled that professionally within the program. That's how you would handle it. Okay, so that's the dual relationship. So